Alright, I am back. My game is lagging. Is it good now? Hold on. Where did I leave off last time? This video is gonna be mostly about the same stuff, I gotta be honest. Just kind of more of an update, if anything. So let me drink some water, hold on. So where did I leave off? When I think last thing I mentioned was that the Hypernova tryouts were going well. And from my perspective, I don't think that's changed. Oh my god, why is my game so laggy? Maybe just because I'm loading in chunks again. Honestly, like, I think they've still been going pretty well for me. Like, me in particular, like, I think I'm doing pretty well. A lot of the games I'm not doing well, I am able to, like, break that cycle right afterwards and, like, have a good game, you know? Or, like, at least have a game that I'm not like, wow, okay, that was really bad. So for the most part, I think they're still going pretty well. And I'm happy to be playing in them. My main concern comes down to Ludi. So, like, where do I even begin? I don't know where to begin. So, for those who don't know, I'm on Hypernova's Ludi roster. And that's really nice. That's cool. We got DivX. We're seed 4 in DivX actually, so we're seeded to make playoffs. But like, I honestly don't know how much I'm gonna be playing. I think I might have talked about it before in the last video that I would, or like I'm expecting to play at least like probably like 33% of the matches, around that. Since then, my expectations have honestly just dropped. I really don't know. Like, my main concern is that whenever I am trying out or like playing with them, it really seems like Henlo wants to be playing with someone else. Whether that be like Storm, Nick, or yeah, just whoever else. And so what I think that causes is like it causes the entire team to do worse because Henlo's in a state of like not wanting to play or like wanting to get this over with so he could play with someone else. So obviously he's gonna play worse. And he's kind of manifesting like exactly what he wants, I guess, you know. That's just kind of my perspective on things. So I was already kind of told this week that Hypernova would be playing with, or would at least try to play with, who is it? It would be Storm and maybe Nick out of our like 4 tryouts. So it was like, okay, I'm not playing, and like for this reason I do understand the reasoning behind them not wanting to play with me this week, at least for like specifically for Ludi, is because they know a comp that works against Healbook that specifically involves it involves Nick and Storm. So it's like, okay, yeah, that makes total sense to me. But like they're not always going to be available, so there's still a chance I might end up playing. I honestly don't, or I really do hope that I don't play this time around because I don't think, like I said, I don't think Henlo wants me to play. So I think we will perform worse if I play, not even just due to like, okay, yeah, I'm a worse player than the other 2 tryouts. Like that, I honestly don't think it has much to do with that. I think it has more to do with who Henlo wants to play with than anything else. Because I have literally seen him perform worse with me, like solely because of like things outside of my control, you know. So Do I need... Yeah, I need dirt. Let me go get some dirt. So it's like... So now we're at a stage where I really don't know. I don't know what I can do differently to like fix this issue, because I don't think the issue, like, I don't think it starts with me. Like, it really seems like Henlo just kind of has his eyes on the other tryouts at this point. And that, like, no matter how well I do, it won't really matter. So I don't really know what this means for the rest of the tryouts, but or yeah, just the rest of like my time trying out for the team, and especially for Ludi. I really don't know what this means for me, but that's kind of where we're at. Yeah. I do appreciate like being able to play though. I still think I'm learning a lot from the experience, so it's good. Is there anything else about Hypernova tryouts in particular? Man, it's already night. Honestly, I don't think so. I think that's mostly it. Like, I'm just kind of, we're in a like a transitioning period where I'll find out more, like, you know, within a week or so if I'm like done trying out or whatever. I would at least like to play a little bit of Ludi, but like if Henlo is gonna be like, you know, is actively gonna be playing worse for reasons outside of my control when I'm playing, then like I don't really want to play Ludi, I guess. As much as I would honestly want to continue with the team, that is a bit of an issue to me, at least that I've seen so far, and that I think Synapse has seen as well. So yeah, for this week at least, I'm not going to be doing any more tryouts with Hypernova, or like any scrim practice, just to, I guess, give Henlo some space. Okay, and then what else? I mean, we had a really good season overall. I think this was my best Splatoon season yet, in terms of both like placement and just like general gameplay. I think I'm doing really well. We got, I think, like 52nd or something. Was it 52nd? I think it was like I think it was either like it was 51st to like 54th or something like that. That was our ending placement in just Sendoku or whatever for the season, which is really good. Like, the thing is, I didn't get +2 from it. I got pretty close, honestly. I was like maybe 15 elo off or something like that. Got pretty close, but didn't get it. And honestly, I don't really care too much about it. Like, that's it'll become I guess a bigger concern when, or if, I'm not playing with Hypernova. Then I'm like, okay, wait, I don't even have +2 yet. Like, then I guess it's not good because my connections are limited. But like, as of right now, it doesn't really matter too much if I get +2 or not, so I don't care too much. Still would have liked it though if I did, but that's fine. And then but yeah, I mean, it was a good season. Like, I obviously, like I said, I placed like almost top 50, which is insane to think about. And I also was the top 1 splash on the leaderboard. I think Yeti was above me, but Yeti didn't report splash, so I mean, still top splash NA. It's nice. It's cool to think about, I guess. Although there's probably someone better than me anyway that still actually like actively plays splash and is NA, so it doesn't really mean much, but it's cool to see. And then what else? We also got we also qualified for the major, the Sendu major. Yeah, I qualified with Ascension, and I'm happy to be playing with them. I think it'll be great. We have a lot to practice, I think, but honestly, like the team seems very strong when we're at our full roster, so I'm really excited to play that with them. I think we can take some games, take maybe some sets off of some very strong teams in that tournament. So, yeah, I'm very happy to be playing with them and have the opportunity to be playing with my friends. So, but like I said, like this was a really good season for me. It honestly like kind of shocked me. I didn't realize that it was such a good season for me until it got close to ending. I was like, wow, like. Yeah, I mean, I would not have been able to do this any other season because I didn't. So it was just like it came as a bit of a shock that I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I did this. This is good. It's good progress. What else happened? Looty seeding happened, or just divs. I seeded div X through 4, and I was gonna do more, but I didn't end up doing it. It wasn't official seeding, but like I got 100% of Div X right. I got like 90% of Div 1 right. Even then, I honestly still think my Div 1 picks are better. I got 3 teams wrong or something like that. I honestly think the 3 teams I have will do very good in D2 and like show that they deserve D1. And then Div 2 to 4, like those were those were a little worse. Like I think somewhere around like 70% correct, but I mean like 70% when you have to sift through like 500 teams, almost 480 or something like that. Like I think 70% or getting 70% of all the potential teams that could be in like Div 2 to 4 correct, like that's still pretty solid. And most were only like 1 div off if I did miss something. So yeah, I mean like I did that more for fun because I really like seeding, and I'm happy with what I came up with. I think it was pretty good. And also more stuff next season. Bro, that's so far away though, unfortunately, but like next season I will be on Looty staff most likely, so that's really exciting for me. I just wish it was gonna be sooner, but like it's probably gonna be like a year, you know. Honestly, don't know if I'll be playing in a year. That's another thing I want to talk about too. I really hope to be, but I don't know if I really don't know if I see it. At least like playing like super competitively. I notice in my gameplay sometimes that I'm not too confident, and I think a lot of that comes down to me being like, okay, in my head at least, I've already hit like the mechanical skill that I think I've like I will be able to hit. Like to me, I'm playing the best Splatoon that like I guess my body can. Maybe not so much like in terms of mental and like what I'm thinking about. I think there's still a lot of improvement to be done there, but in terms of like how much I'm playing, like my aim, like that stuff, like I think it's basically hit its cap. It's much more like awareness and I guess like timing, fight, just like how I approach fights, that kind of stuff. It's a lot more like non-physical things that I can still really improve on, but my aim, like it's gotten, I think, as good as it's gonna get, or like very close to that, you know. I can still like do a little better. I mean I know that for sure, but like I don't even have much interest in improving my aim too much more. Like I think I've done a really good job of getting that skill down to a point where I am like as confident as I will be in it. Consistency wise, maybe I am lacking on that though. Like I know that my peak mechanical skill with like aim is like good, and it's as good as it will get, but like consistency wise on that, it's not the best yet. So I mean there's still more to work on there, but like I think soon it'll come to a point where I'm like, yeah, in a reasonable amount of time I'm not going to improve like my aim or like my mechanical skills much more. So it might be time to just like take the game a little slower, you know, not like compete as hard. Because I guess my plans are to get as good as I can be, but like at the same time I know I'm not like I know I will never be a top, like, you know, even like a top 10 player. I don't think that's very reasonable for me to say. So so yeah, I don't want to be like super hard competing for too much longer, honestly. I'm thinking at least in Splatoon 3. Maybe an opportunity will come up in Splatoon 4, but I really don't know. We'll have to see. I would much rather, though, honestly, like I would much rather cement myself as like as just a solid player that plays pretty often, but not like doesn't seriously compete in like everything that they can, I guess. Just takes it more slow. A good example of what I'm talking about is like a team like like Duck Motif or Duck Motif. I think that team has a lot of those types of players where like they're players that have competed for a while, maybe aren't the best that they've ever been, but they are still competing at like a very strong level, and like they have by no means like lost their skill or anything, you know. They just like play kind of to retain the skill, not really to improve too much more, I guess. Although that might not be true for every member, so like don't listen to me entirely when I say that. But that's just kind of what it feels like. That's what I'm like going for, I guess. Eventually. What else? But yeah. It's also probably going to be a shorter episode because I again don't have too much to talk about. We can talk about DivX though. Like DivX is looking very strong this season. We have the easier group by far, because we're the NA group, while the other one is EU and JP. So it's like it's really not fair, honestly. But that does mean that we actually do have the potential to get top 4 in Ludi, which would be insane to me. Like especially if I am actually playing. Like that would be wow. I would absolutely, like I said, I would love to play in those sets, but I really don't know. I don't know. I think it's very likely that I at least compete in one set, but at this point, like my hopes have kind of like dwindled because I really don't think I'm going to be playing too much more with Hypernova, even though I want to, and I want to, you know, figure out like what I can do better for the team and stuff. But like I feel like I feel like that's kind of being limited. Like the stuff that I can figure out is being limited because of the circumstances that I talked about earlier. So yeah. Not really anything I can really do about it other than talk to Henlo about it, I guess, which I guess I will do next week. Probably, yeah. That's just something I'll do next week. So I think it's better to talk about it than not with him. Okay, we have to terraform this. This all needs to change. This is bad. That is mostly done. This needs fixing. That's fine. Yeah. And then some stuff over there. Okay, so let's get to it. Div 1 as well looks really strong. There's, I know, like maybe 1 or 2 DivX teams that are in Div 1 this season just because DivX is so stacked as well. So I'm definitely very excited to look at Div 1 through the season and DivX especially. And the other divs too. I mean, they're all pretty solid this season, I think. I don't really have any opinions on them other than that. Like, they just are solid. It's going to be a very interesting Ludi, at least, which is nice. It's exciting. SWS was announced as well. I honestly don't know what my plans are for that, but, I mean, actually, no, that's a lie. I do know what my plans are. My plans are to qualify. I'm going to qualify. Whether that be with Hypernova, probably not. Or, like, Ascension, one of the two. or even like a third option, like I will be qualifying for SWS, or I will be attempting to qualify for SWS. Last time we honestly probably would have had it with Artifice if I had brought my controller, but I didn't bring my controller, so I couldn't compete in the qualifiers. So it's like, okay, this time around I am going to be qualifying for SWS, or I will be attempting to. I think it'll be harder this time to qualify because there's more hype around the event. But regardless, I think I have a very good opportunity presented to myself to qualify for this event. So I will be looking to do something with it and take it places, I guess. Take the opportunity. That'll be really fun. We don't know the exact dates of everything yet. It's probably going to be like the actual SWS event is probably going to be like early summer, so yeah, we got some time. But I mean, still, you know, I will be trying my best. What else? Fantasy Looty as well has come out. I think my picks are really strong. This is my first time competing in Fantasy Looty too, which is like Fantasy Looty's the it's like what? It's like fantasy football. It's literally the exact same thing. I think I've never done fantasy football, but I think it's like basically the same thing where you just pick teams who you think are gonna do well in like Looty for this example, and if they do well, you get points, and the person with the most points at the end of the season wins, I guess. So it's like a Looty, but you're watching, you're not playing. Although I'm doing both, so watching and playing. And yeah. Anything else? That might be it. I guess I plan on playing with Ascension more. I mean, like I said, we're qualified for the major that happens this weekend, Sendu Major, that I think we'll do well in. So I'm excited to play with them. I think honestly they are my best opportunity to keep improving right now. So more of an opportunity than Hypernova, at least in the moment, like at least for this week. That's what I think. So I will definitely be looking to play more with Ascension right now if I can. That's all I really got. Definitely look out for what I do in the major, as well as Looty, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to make another update video like soon, but if I do, then you'll hear it from me. If I don't, just look out for Looty and stuff, because that's where I'll be. And the major, like I said. Plans for next season, before I go, like I think next season as well, I'm going to be looking to play. Maybe I'll get +2 from voting. Some people seem to think so. I really don't know. I think if the system changes, maybe I will, but otherwise I think I'll get close, but not get it. I really don't have any opinions on that either. Like, it's been so long. I've been going for +2 for 2 years through 7 voting cycles, and like I don't really have any feelings towards it anymore. I guess, you know, like the first time I was like, oh man, okay, next time we'll get it, and then the time after that, oh yeah, okay, I'm getting closer next time, and then like the feeling slowly faded out because like it's not happening. At least I don't think it's happening. I don't really have any opinions on it, like I said. Like I think I just think that like the system, even if the system doesn't change, like, and you know, it stays how it is, like there could be 30 people in +2, like things don't change for me, so it doesn't really matter. Even if I am in +2, things don't change for me. Like no one's gonna be like pinging for scrims anyway, so it's like, okay, I have no reason to really care. Yeah, I have a long way to go, but I think like to a certain extent, just looking to keep upsetting like +1 teams like I'm sometimes doing, and getting to the consistency, I guess, of like +1 level. I think that is more the goal than anything to do with +2 right now. I've considered myself like +2 level for a decent chunk of time now, especially after this season. Like I think this season kind of solidifies that opinion for me. So yeah, we're looking to play even better, I guess. That's all I really got to say about that. This terrain looks a little ugly right over here. I need to smooth this out. But yeah, next season I'll be trying to do the same thing. Like I'll be just the same thing I've been doing. Looking to, honestly, yeah, just really looking to play the game through Sendoku quite a bit, in tournaments as well. Maybe not as intensely as this season, but still enough to hopefully place around the top 50 or get +2 from Sendoku if I can. If not, then it doesn't really matter. But it's just kind of like that's just kind of like a goal. That's like, okay, if I don't do this, but I come close, like I'm cool with that. I just want next season to be at least like a repeat of this season, basically, in terms of just who I play with, where I play, or like when I play with people and stuff like that, how often, like that kind of stuff. I think I did that really well this season, and I want to keep going with that. So those are, I guess that's what I'm aiming for next Sendoku season. Don't know when it starts, but I think it'll be within like a week or so, probably right after the major. Oh. All right, is that all I got? Is there anything else I gotta say? That might be it. Guess I could give updates on like everything else. Splatoon related? Yeah. I guess to begin, like, I haven't really been doing too much coaching. Haven't had too much of an interest in doing it. I'll probably be doing some, like, pretty soon, though. Just because of, like, you know, who's playing and that kind of stuff. Like, activities kind of picking up again. So I might end up doing some coaching soon. And that might, again, might be uploaded to the channel. Not too sure just yet. But I'll probably be picking that back up just a bit. Tournament-wise, you already know the majors, like I said. SWS, SQ major. Both of those I'm going to be looking to do. Is there anything else? I think that's about it in terms of like tournaments I have my eye on. Maybe Super Jump if it happens too. A lot of the majors. I do want to compete in more majors. Not too sure, like, team setting wise. Like, I'm not too sure who I'll be playing with for some of these things, but I will be looking for a team. Story of my life here, looking for a team. And yeah. Probably going to be competing in the same amount of tournaments as last season as well. Okay, I think that's about it for me. I don't really got anything else left to say. I mean, yeah, other than see you next time, I guess. That's about it. I hope to honestly have a really good update about the Hypernova situation, but I really don't know. It's gonna be at least a week before I know for sure, like, my status on, like, even if Henlo wants to keep going with me or what. Or what, like, Hypernova in general, like, combined wants to do with me, so. But I will say I don't think it's looking too good right now. And I also don't think that's entirely my fault, so it's like, okay. That's all I got. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening. And yeah, see ya.